I'm walking right now by the pier, and I'm gonna tell you a life lesson that's super important, alright? So, something that I have been struggling with is understanding how to get out of my own way. And getting out of your own way is all about understanding the fact that there are problems in your own life that you are facing that you cannot identify because the problem itself is you. The problem itself is you. And that's a very hard pill to swallow. Because what I've understood in my 21, almost 22 years of life is that the places in your life where you feel like there is something that you need to change, if you cannot easily identify where that change needs to come from, you need to understand that it's because there's something inherently about you that is producing that problem. And that's a very, very hard thing to swallow, because that means it's something about your identity, something that you believe in, something that you perceive, something that you do on a daily basis, that you continue to build habits out of, that is producing, or rather exacerbating, that problem to continue. And I've been struggling with this in my own life because one of the very things that I struggled with is this literally me making this video right now. I have lived 21 years of my life going through countless different transformations, countless different changes, and countless different modes where I have been able to acquire amazing skill sets, amazing experience, amazing value to offer the world, and yet all of those things were limited to my fear of visibility. I refused to be visible to the world because I thought, oh, if I feel like I'm visible to the world, then, and if I want to provide that value to the world, it's not valuable to other people in the same way that it's valuable to me. I built that limiting belief in my head, and the only way to bypass that is somebody else co-signing my value, and then therefore they take my value and make it visible, and then and only then will it be worth something because they were able to validate me. That's my limiting belief. That stems from my trauma, and I literally had to confront this over and over and over again 21 years of my life. And I always knew the answer was just I had to be accountable and responsible for knowing that it's up to me to decide when I want to show my value or my worth to the world, and that I can't predicate my worth or my value to the world based off something else that I can't control. Other people's opinions, other people's, decisions on whether or not I'm worthy. And, this is something that I've been working on my entire life to figure out how am I supposed to change, what am I supposed to do, how am I supposed to allow myself to be visible in the world. And the answer was literally in my face. Just hit record and start sharing your journey, start sharing your value to the world. It is kind of hilarious because how many of you have the same problem? How many of you have been dealing with something in your life that you feel like you've been going on and struggling with for years and years and years and years and years, and you just can't put your finger on it. You just can't define what it is. What is this thing? Is this some kind of curse? Is it some kind of, fate is what we call it, right? Or is this just who I am? Oh, I hate that one. That's like the worst one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this is just who I am. And I don't use the word hate often, but I can say when it comes to unhealthy habits and unhealthy thinking, there are things that I do not like very strongly. But moreover, I'm basically saying we decide to put ourselves in a box and imprison ourselves into these limiting beliefs from childhood or through our experiences up into early adulthood and even into late adulthood, or for as long as possible until we challenge them. Beliefs that don't serve us, that exacerbate and perpetuate problems in our lives. And I'm here telling you Like, you can literally just change. And I know it sounds kind of ridiculous because it's like, no, change is supposed to be some kind of magical process where you're supposed to like transform into something. No, it's literally just actions. Just taking different actions and then just willingly allowing yourself to have those different actions manifest a different outcome. And then through that different outcome, you can assess whether or not it's closer to your idea or your expectation of where you actually want to be, and if it's farther away from that problem that you initially could never solve. That's literally it. And right now, I'm taking a different action. I never do this shit. I never talk outside in public. I never hit record and just allow myself to share my story, allow myself to share my value, allow myself to be myself in public, to be visible. I've never done that in 21 years of my fucking life. Yet the problem that I was facing for so long was, how am I supposed to present myself to the world if I don't feel like I'm ready, or I don't feel like I'm perfect, or I don't feel like I have everything that I need, and I haven't gotten this done, or I haven't checked that box. There is no fucking box. There literally is nothing. I promise you. Like, it's literally a lie. And right now, I'm sitting out here by the pier, and I'm loving the view. And I just wanted to share this with you guys today because I wanted you to understand it's so important. It's so important for you to understand the power that you hold in your own life. The power that you hold to change your life. The power that you hold to alter your perception of reality to be within your idea of what you want for your life. You literally have that power every day. But we live in a world where we're constantly told we don't. We're constantly told we don't have the power to change our life. We don't have the power to determine the steps that we're going to take. We don't have the power to will or manifest the reality that we desire. And that's a lie. I'm telling you right now, as somebody currently living in the reality that I've been manifesting for 21 years of my life, which is, can I record myself and can I make content? And can I share it with other people? And can I believe that it's valuable to somebody else and not just me? And be confident to share myself in public? And here I am doing it. And the only reason why I'm doing it, and the only reason why I've done it today, and I haven't done it for 21 years, is because I finally accepted that there is no complicated equation in order to solve this answer. There is no book, or there is no podcast, there is no music, there is no album, there is no quote, there is no journaling entry, there is no meditation exercise, there is no solution to figure out why I'm not doing it other than simply taking the action itself and radically accepting all of the process of changing through action. There's nothing else to the story. And sometimes honestly, it's kind of disappointing because we want it to be something grandiose, we want it to be something super amazing, and we want ourselves to feel like, no, there needs to be more, because I was convinced that there was more in order for me to change. Somebody told me that I had to do this, and I had to do that, and I had to do that, and I had to do this in order for me to feel accomplished. And the truth is, you were lied to. You were lied to. I'm sorry. You were all lied to. I'm right in that boat with you, so don't feel bad about it. But I just felt called to say this literally now, literally today. And I was like, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of thinking that I'm gonna try to, like, devise the perfect solution, right? The perfect anything to help me figure out how I'm gonna finally start, making content or doing whatever it is, whatever the problem is in your life. For me, it's making content. And there is no freaking problem. There is no freaking solution other than taking the action to start doing it. And that's such a freaking, hard thing to accept, I promise you. And it's a hard thing to internalize too, but I do want to give and offer encouragement to anybody out there who is struggling and feels like they're just spinning their wheels or they're just running the hamster wheel. I understand. I'm right there with you. I literally feel you every day. I promise. You're not alone. I be spinning the hamster wheel almost every fucking day. But here's what I'm gonna say. In order to stop spinning that hamster wheel, in order for you to stop spinning the wheel, you have to get off the wheel. You got to get off the ride. You got to get off. You have to step off of the wheel. In order for you to stop running in place, you have to step off the wheel. You got to step off. That's what you got to do. And for a lot of people, stepping off means letting go. Can you let go of the idea that you had in your head of how it's supposed to be, of how it's supposed to look, of how it's supposed to manifest? Can you let go, right? And can you embrace radically the current reality that you're living in that gives you access to all the opportunities in the world in order to create your vision? Can you allow yourself to use your current reality as the foundation to build your dreams upon? Because then you can bend reality to your will. Because you're rooting it into reality rather than rooting it into the essence of your imagination. And that's not to say our imagination is not beautiful. It's not to say our imagination doesn't have any power, but it's called an imagination for a reason. Because you're imagining a picture of the vision, not the vision itself. And sometimes we need to remember that it's through the beauty of combining what's in our imagination with reality that creates our dreams. It's not one, it's not the other. It's not being a full realist and never believing that you can dream beyond the current expectations or standards of today. And it's not being a complete fanatic and believing that everything was supposed to bend to your will by believing that everything in your mind is going to come to reality. It's by balancing both that you can will your dreams into existence. I love you. I love y'all. Whoever's watching this, understand that you can literally change your life today. Today. Right now. I mean, literally right now, just like I did. And you can start changing your life and living your life for the better every single day and get one step closer to where you want to be. I love you. This is Joshua. Peace.